Hello violinists, welcome to Poem Strings. I'm Henriette and today we are playing Snakes and Ladders from the Stepping Stones book. I'm hoping that you will have followed all the lessons in this series, going from the first performance and 2x2 and then now Snakes and Ladders. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. So I'm hoping that you get into a habit of practicing with me. It makes it a lot easier, and I've made these videos especially for people like you who want to make a good start with their violin playing. So let's go ahead and let's play Snakes and Ladders. I'll play it for you first. Lessons we have been talking about elbow levels, and today we're going to just go over that seesaw exercise again, and we're going to make it even better than last time. Now let's focus on your right elbow, and let's drop your elbow down so your bow will go to the E string. Lift your bow up so it will go to the G string, and down again. And I want you to become more and more aware of where your elbow is as you go along. So you might say this with me. Lift your elbow up. E, A, D, G. D, A, E. And so you go across the strings all the time. Okay, now in Snakes and Ladders, you begin on the D string. So we're beginning at the heel of the bow. Find your elbow level for the D, and in a minute we're going to go up towards the G string, you see. After that we're going down towards the A string and further down towards the E string. So I want you to start thinking about these elbow levels more. Let's get you ready on the D string. Let's make sure you've got a nice bow hold. As we've said, you want to perfect it a little bit every time. So check over your bow hold, that your thumb is bent. Check your bow hold, that your pinky is on the side edge there. Let's get ready on the D string here at the heel of the bow. And drop your elbow. Drop your elbow. Drop your elbow. Raise your elbow. Raise your elbow even more. Careful, not your shoulder. Let's do that again, shall we? So especially when you raise your elbow, make sure that shoulder stays down, so you don't go up like this, but you go up with your shoulder low. Just put your violin down for a moment, and we'll practice that separately. Now in violin playing, we want to learn to use our elbows independently from our shoulders. So we're having our funny chicken exercise that you may have done in your lesson already with me. Now, these are your chicken wings. Let's see if you can flap your wings like that. Now raise your shoulders and see if you can still flap your wings. It gets a lot harder that way, doesn't it? Drop your shoulders and now your wings can flap much more freely. Shall we do that one more time? Lift up your shoulders. And now see if you can flap your wings. Gets a lot harder. So that is not the right way with your shoulders up. Instead, drop your shoulders down. And let's see if your elbows can move like that. Brilliant. Let's pick up your violin again. So, again we're checking our bow hold. We're checking our violin hold, our violin position. So it's on the side. Neither too high, nor it is too low. Let's get ready now on the D string at the heel of the bow. Now make sure that you're leaving your shoulder down this time when you play. Are you ready? 1, 2. Well done. That was really good practice for your right elbow. Now this time, when we play it again, we're going to practice leaving the bow down on the string. So you want to try not to lift up the bow, and then that is not good. What you want to do is leave the bow to rest on the string, and even when you go from the D string to the G string, the bow always stays in contact with the string. So you don't lift the bow off the string until you've finished the whole piece. So here we go. Let's put the bow down and let's see if you can manage that. Leaving the bow on the string right until the end. Ready? And is your bow still on the string? Well done, that's super work. Now, when you learn a new skill like playing the violin, there are lots of things to think about initially. If I learned to play basketball, I'd have to work on my footwork and on my throwing skills and on my catching skills, and I'd have to learn the rules of the game of basketball. And it's exactly the same when you play the violin. You've got to work on your bow hold, on your left hand, on your bowing technique, on playing the right notes, and that takes a while to get it all done together. So when you practice with one specific goal in mind. So in our last practice, we practiced leaving the bow on the string. Now this time, I'm not going to worry too much about leaving the bow on the string, but I'm going to instead focus my attention on the pattern of the notes in this song. You remember in the other two previous lessons, we were thinking about the pattern, and here the pattern is slightly different. Let's have a look in your music and let's work out if there is a pattern similar to what we've had in the previous two pieces. And I think you'll agree with me that there is a very different pattern here. And the pattern here is more like a sort of wave shape. So we're starting on the D string, then we're going to go to a lower string, then back onto D, up all the way to the top string, and then we're going to go to the lower string again. So this pattern here is much more of the shape of a wave. Shall we see if we can focus on the pattern this time? Let's get ready on the D string. 1, 2. That's impressive. So you know the pattern of this piece. And I'd like you to practice that time and time again until by the end of this week you know the pattern off by heart, so that when you next get to your violin lesson you can surprise your teacher and say, look, I can play it without needing the music. I can play it without looking at the notes. That would be fab, wouldn't it? Now let's play it one more time. And let's put everything together this time. So we're going to start at the heel of the bow. We're going to play up to our sticker and back. We're going to play with a lovely bow hold. We're going to have a proper positioning of our violin, so it's not in front of you here, but you slide it over your collarbone to nearer your ear. Make sure your violin's not too high up, neither is it too low down. You have it exactly so that if you put a little ping pong ball here, it will very slowly roll towards you, but only very slowly. If I had it like that, it would zoom across, wouldn't it? So just tilt it slightly up and you'll be fine. Let's put the bow on the D string, and after 2, we'll play it one last time. 1, 2. Well done. You've worked incredibly hard today and you have achieved a great deal of progress with this piece. Super. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Goodbye.